Congratulations, Alex.
Thank you.
How fun was it to play at the center court?
Super fun. It was huge and the atmosphere.
Sa Billionaire News Channel has been airing
The 11-word comment that made Alex Eala cry and silenced Davila forever. Happy New Year, champions. Before we go headfirst into the most thrilling, amazing, and completely unthinkable story to shake Philippine sports during the holiday season, I must take a brief break. We just went over 2,000 subscribers. Yes, 2,000 wonderful people who love tennis, stand for our Filipino athletes no matter what, and don't think twice about speaking up in support of our heroes. I sincerely appreciate you becoming a member of the Champions Tennis family. Greetings from the celebration. You've arrived at the ideal time if you're just now joining us. Honestly, we're only getting warmer, but we're developing and getting hotter. 2026 is going to be an incredible year, so you will want to be here for every second of it. Now tighten your seatbelts because, as the rest of the nation was lighting fireworks and celebrating fresh starts, a media firestorm was erupting, leaving everyone shocked, shaken, and picking sides. This story contains everything. A cherished young athlete in the crosshairs, an experienced broadcaster notorious for asking hard questions, and an unexpectedly robust defense from a colleague that nobody could have foreseen. We are talking about the kind of drama that would make a telenovela writer jealous. One of the actors in this real-life drama is Alex Eala, the pride of Philippine tennis and our golden girl on the international scene. Davila is one of the most well-known and contentious voices on Philippine television. And Pinky Webb, the unanticipated hero who entered the ring and used just 11 words to change everything. What particularly took place? Why did Alex Eala cry during what should have been a happy holiday season? How can a single comment from Pinky Webb inspire a nation and stop an entire outpouring of criticism? What does it all mean when Alex shows up in Auckland armed with a racket and ready to face some of the strongest female competitors? Before the big event at Melbourne Park, we have exclusive details about Alex's arrival in New Zealand, her rigorous training sessions with coach Joan Bosch, the lethal draw she would encounter at the ASB Classic, and a comprehensive program of her Australian swing. We're going to serve all the facts, spill all the tea, and create the kind of story that will make us remember why we enjoy the sport and these athletes so much. So get your favorite snacks, settle in, and prepare. In this championship tennis match, we are not holding anything back. Surprisingly simple, yet emotionally powerful, the question has been dominating social media feeds, comment sections, and group discussions around the Philippines. How does she manage to? She is a Filipino broadcaster. How could she make such remarks against Filipino athletes? Because it focuses on a topic that is deeply ingrained in our culture. It's the kind of question that really resonates. Filipinos are fiercely protective of their own, especially when they are representing us abroad. Our enthusiasm for supporting our athletes is unmatched. We celebrate their accomplishments as if they were our own. We also feel their losses in our hearts. Therefore, when criticism comes from within, from someone who should be supporting Filipino talent, the betrayal is more serious than any opponent's backhand winner could ever be. I don't think most people are aware of how extremely challenging being a professional athlete is. So let's talk about it for a little while. You are crushed by the expectations of a whole nation each time you appear in court. Most people wouldn't be able to tolerate your exercise routines. We're talking about 6, 7, or 8 hours a day of physical and mental suffering that pushes your body to its limit. Injuries that have the potential to destroy all of your hard work. Among the difficulties you encounter are jet lag from time zone shifts, loneliness in hotel rooms and towns where you don't understand the language, and ongoing questions about your skills, possibilities of success, and the worth of all this sacrifice. That is the basic reality for professional athletes. Before they even experience arriving, they deal with that. But what would happen if the attacks didn't come from the other side of the internet? What happens if comments come from media figures in your own country who are supposed to support and acknowledge your achievements? At this point, the story gets unclear, complicated, and, to be honest, distressing. There have been rumors circulating about cruel, disparaging, and allegedly humiliating comments made to Alexandria. Really circulating, that is. These comments are from Karen Dilla herself, according to multiple publications and social media conversations. Let's face it, everyone knows Karen. Her toughness, her desire to ask questions that others won't, and her willingness to go beyond the simple PR-friendly responses in order to get something genuine have been the cornerstones of her entire career. She does that as part of her brand. But this is the moment when the sports industry is drawing a very daring and clear line. What many supporters, coaches, and other athletes see as public humiliation of a young woman who has dedicated her life to raising the Philippine flag is very different from constructive criticism that helps an athlete grow. After the reported remarks, Alexa was radio silenced for several days. In all honesty, isn't that precisely who she is? Essentially sophisticated and focused on what matters on social media. She didn't reply via her supervisors. She didn't say anything hurtful. She declined to participate in an open interview where she disclosed every detail. She absorbed it. She allowed the noise to overwhelm her like a tsunami as she focused on the tennis court and her game, which is the only thing she truly controls. Nonetheless, there is a widespread misperception about quiet. It wasn't painless just because you didn't say anything. It is not implied by silence that she was not experiencing internal bleeding. In order to pursue a dream that sometimes seems unachievable, this 20-year-old woman, who is essentially still a teenager, has spent her entire childhood fighting for every point, enduring injuries, setbacks, and disappointments, all while being thousands of miles away from home and missing numerous birthdays, Christmases, and family get-togethers. The loneliness of that voyage is something that most of us will never truly understand. Just when it seemed like Alex would have to fight this storm alone and that this tsunami of criticism would go unchecked, a hero emerged from the most unlikely section of the media world. The Pinky Webb. Nobody could have predicted Pinky freaking Webb's unexpected ascent to fame. The broadcasting industry was rocked by Pinky's decision, which unified the nation behind our tennis queen. Pinky is usually so composed, so diplomatic, and so careful to avoid becoming involved in media controversies. Pinky's posture was breathtakingly, devastatingly basic, and it cut through all the noise with surgical accuracy. Her message revolved around this fundamental truth. If you can't help young athletes, don't do anything that denigrates Filipinos. Read that again. Let it marinate for a while. It serves as a reminder of what Pinoy pride actually entails when you remove all the contrived social media posts and the simple nationalism that only shows up when someone wins a medal. Allow it to become ingrained in your thoughts. Applauding our athletes while they stand on podiums with gold around their necks is only one aspect of true Filipino patriotism. Standing up for them when they're in pain, despondent, or when it seems like everyone is against them is a sign of true Filipino pride. It is acknowledging that a human being is more important than an athlete's jersey and impressive statistics. Someone with feelings, doubts, and a potentially broken heart, just like everyone else. Pinky Webb's defense extended beyond the game of tennis. It was much more than just athletics. This has to do with basic compassion, human decency, and our need to help rather than harm one another.
Take a step back.
You've stopped caressing her. A powerful statement that was thrown over Alex like a mother's shield and had an immediate and profound impact was "not on my watch." Sources who are close to the IL camp, that is, those who go with her every day, see past the brave front she puts on for the cameras. These tales claim that after battling for days to keep her cool, Alex finally let her guard down. The stoic facade cracked. Alexandra Eala, our fighter and champion, was so moved by Pinky Webb's comments that she lost control of her feelings. After days of accepting criticism and maintaining her composure throughout what must have felt like an unrelenting assault on her reputation and dedication, it was devastating to hear a respectable individual like Pinky Webb praise her work and demand respect on her behalf. She let go of every emotion she had been suppressing.
And you know what?
That does not indicate weakness. That is the nature of humanity. That is what happens when someone finally acknowledges you and tells the world that you are significant, that your efforts are significant, and that you deserve more. Then came the moment that, to be honest, made people's hearts sing throughout the Philippines and the tennis world. Alex did not hire a public relations company to create a well-written response. She neglected to arrange a press conference. She was unaware of how difficult it is to compete in a regional competition when you are representing the goals of a whole nation and every contender is striving for you. Where is the pressure to deliver gold rather than just exist at its most punishing peak? The majority of people simply lack the mental toughness required for it. But Alex didn't stop there. She ended the year with some heartfelt Instagram photos rather than accepting the gold medal. She continued to press. At the US Open, she kept up her work by competing at the highest level of tennis and proving her rightful place in that special environment. She made history. Reaching the top 60 in the world rankings in tennis is the same as getting into the executive suite of a Fortune 500 firm. She is currently at a career-high level of roughly 53 in the world, depending on when you look at the live rankings. 53rd globally. Think about that for a moment. Think about what it really means. Our Filipina, a young woman from Quezon City, is the world's 53rd best female tennis player. The country is home to billions of people, hundreds of millions of whom have used a tennis racket at some point. Additionally, during the holidays, when she should be celebrating these great achievements, others have the audacity and pure stupidity to openly criticize her, cast doubt on her commitment, and suggest that she isn't doing enough. This background, this complete picture of what Alex has done, is exactly why Pinky Webb's defense resonated with so many people. It was more than just protecting one young athlete from unfair judgment. It was about protecting the momentum we've built, defending the progress of Philippine sports in general, and ensuring that the next generation of athletes receive support and encouragement rather than condemnation. Filipino sports are currently going through a golden period. Furthermore, that is not exaggeration nor nationalism. It is a reality that is objective. At the Olympics, our gymnasts are competing and winning medals. Weightlifters are shattering records on the global stage. Our boxers are carrying on a long tradition of Filipino skill in the ring. The narrative around Alexandra Ellis shouldn't center on her purported flaws or inactions. The fact that she is doing things that no Filipino tennis player has ever done before should be the main focus of the narrative. She is no longer only pounding on the doors of the world's elite in the hopes that someone would let her in, despite the fact that she is only 20 years old and barely out of adolescence. She's ready to completely kick the door off its hinges. Furthermore, as 2026 draws near with fresh insights and more energy, the question isn't whether she can compete at the highest level. That has already been clearly shown by her. How far she can go is the question now. What is the extent of her potential? What new benchmarks will she set? What further challenges will she face? During what should have been a peaceful holiday season, what exactly does Alexandra ISO do in response to all of the chaos, controversy, criticism, and other things that have been going on around her? While hiding at home, does she lick her wounds and question everything? Does she take a vacation from tennis and move away from the spotlight to deal with all of these emotions? Not at all. That's not how Alexa is. That's not how champions are formed. Instead, she does what she usually does. She packs her bags, gets her rackets, and boards a plane. The destination is Auckland, New Zealand. Back home in Manila, the media circus was still raging when Alex arrived in Auckland. Every aspect of the subject was still being examined on social media, and individuals continued to argue and take sides in the comment areas. And allow me to share something with you. The photos and videos that have come to light from New Zealand show an athlete who seems to be well prepared for battle. Given how focused she seems, her opponents need to be extremely afraid. She looked determined. She seems to be a threat. According to reports, the Filipino tennis player has already arrived and begun preparing for the W250 ASB Classic. One of the main season-opening competitions on the women's circuit is scheduled to take place from January 5th to January 11th, according to reports from sources in Auckland. There are several reasons why this competition is significant. First of all, this is the first formal test of the new season and the first chance to see the projects that each individual worked on during the off-season. The initial opportunity to regain a competitive rhythm and recuperate from rust. Second, since Auckland is one of the major tournaments preceding the Australian Grand Slam of the year, many players are using it to refine their talents.